Welcome to the Startup Grind.
Good day and welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washer. We're very excited to have you here and join us because we have a special guest here. It's Jim Roberts with the organization company Whale. And Jim, welcome. Thanks for being here. Can you explain with everyone what this Whale organization is all about?
Sure. So we have a angel investor network called Whale, the Wilmington Angels for Local Entrepreneurs. And we simply try to be the first money in on companies that are growing in eastern North Carolina, mostly in Wilmington, but we've done some deals in Myrtle Beach and Raleigh as well.
Thank you, Jim. We're excited to have Jim here at the Startup Grind Tech Conference at the Cary Arts Center. It's the first annual one. And if you're an entrepreneur or you're an investor, what's the number one reason why, or top two reasons why they want to contact you or work with your company?
Sure. So I've been doing entrepreneur development for the last 17 years in Charlotte, Asheville, Raleigh, Durham, and Wilmington. So one of my strengths is I know the whole state, working around for 17 years. Also, our angel investors are mostly entrepreneurs, which means they understand the time frame, they understand the risk, and they try to be an asset to the entrepreneurs that we invest in.
Thank you, Jim. Jim's a great guy. When I first moved here, he sat down graciously and gave me the whole lay of the land. Definitely worth talking to him, looking him up. You can learn more about them on our website and watch this video at startupgrind.com/triangle, where we'll share more information on Jim and this company. Jim, thank you so much for being part of this.
Good luck to you and Mark.
All right, thank you. So there you have it. Check us out at Startup Grind TV at startupgrind.com/triangle. Thank you. Hi, welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washer. Very excited to introduce you to Tony with the company Fanatic. He's the CEO. It's Tony Addy. We're very excited to have him here at the Cary Arts Center for the Startup Grind Conference. Tony's going to share a little bit about his company and some of the exciting things happening with Fanatic. Tony, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. So why don't you share out with the viewers what's going on with Fanatic? What's the latest and greatest?
Well, the premise behind our company is semiconductor innovation has changed our way of life. Data, microprocessors, solar power, LED lighting. Yet for cooling and heating, we're 100 and some odd years in, and compressors and heat sinks and fans are still the solution. We're innovating semiconductor solutions that displace those incumbents with a new way of cooling and heating.
It's phenomenal. You got to check out the products and the things they're able to do. Sleeker, slimmer, more power efficient. You can find it all out at fanatic.com.
Yep.
Tony, if there was a company out there who was interested in working with you, what are the top 3 reasons or so that they want to partner with you and do business?
So it depends on the segment. In our electronics business, we protect high data networks so they don't fail. If you look at refrigeration and healthcare and life sciences, we protect the inventory because compressors are mechanically driven, they fail. But what's really exciting is when you think into consumer beverage and retail, the inventory we're able to add back into the product by displacing the compressor increases sales throughput and storage. So for the first time, you have a sustainable solution that drives new product revenue.
That is phenomenal. You got to really take a moment to go to Fanatic.com and check out some of the technology and specifically how it's going to turn into amazing, cool products with new IDs and form factors. Are you able to hint about anything that's coming in 2018, like kind of cool consumer products?
Sure. Well, at the end of this year, if you're in the RTP region, just take a notice at the checkout aisle when you walk out the store. You might be grabbing a soda or a beverage and the world's first solid-state cooled refrigerator.
Well, there you have it. That's Tony Addy with Fanatic, the CEO. Very honored to have you here. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
Check them out at Fanatic.com, and thanks for watching Startup Grind TV. We'll see you soon at the next tech conference. Hi, and welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washoe. We're at the Cary Arts Center for the Startup Grind Tech Conference, and I'm very excited to introduce you to Lisa, who's the, the general manager for EO?
Yeah, I'm the chapter manager for Entrepreneurs Organization, which is a global organization. We have 150 chapters around the world. It's been around for 30 years. The Raleigh-Durham chapter's been here for 20 years.
Wonderful. So we have Lisa here with EO. She's going to share with you a little bit more about the organization and how it might be of value to you for those of you watching, either you're an entrepreneur or running or managing your own business. So Lisa, what would you say are the ideal type of people who may want to work with your organization here in the RTP region?
EO is for entrepreneurs who are looking to invest in their personal development, their whole life, not just the business, the family, the person. They're all individuals who have passed the $1 million mark in revenue or have $2 million in venture capital in investment.
Wow, so a great group to be a part of. Are you able to list off any specific clients or people that you work with in the RTP region that people might know of, or can you refer any companies, brands, people?
You know, not referrals.
Right.
A lot of the members, there's a confidentiality level because you are sharing businesses, but a number of our members are speaking today, which is very nice. We have groups who are all over, from Rocky Mount to this area, so the space is very large.
Right, and what I understand after talking to Lisa, what's interesting is that EO is actually a global organization. You want to share a little bit more about how grand, on the grand scale of things?
Yeah, we have over 12,000 members. There is a global conference that happens in each April or May. Last year was Germany. We're getting ready to go to Toronto. There'll be one in Tokyo, I think, is 2019. And it's just an incredible way to communicate with all entrepreneurs from all over the world.
Wonderful. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're at a company that's doing over $1 million, right? And you want to grow, prosper, and learn and do things right, do things better. EO is a great organization for you as a resource.
Yes.
To come together. And how can they learn more?
EOnetwork.org is a great place to start.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
And there you have it. Thank you for watching Startup Grind TV. Check us out and learn more at startupgrind.com/triangle. See you at our next tech conference. Hi, and welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washoe. Very excited to introduce you to Hadi with Unanet. We're here at the Cary Arts Center for the Startup Grind Tech Conference. Welcome, Hadi.
Hey, how are you?
Great. Thanks for being here. Why don't you share with the audience a little bit about your company and what you guys do?
Sure. So Uninet's it's a software that is for project-driven organizations. So if you're trying to manage people, projects, and your financials, so your back-end accounting all in one system, that's what Uninet does. Gives you that real-time reporting, dashboards. I think you might be able to see them behind me, but dashboards. You can see that data on your tablet, your mobile device, however you want to see it. You can get to that data.
Thank you, Hadi. So Hadi's Director of Business Development for Unanet. Remember, it's Unanet. And how can they learn more about the company?
At uninet.com.
Very, very simple. And lastly, if you're watching this and you're wondering, are they the right fit for me or what could they do for me? Who would you say is the right type of companies or people that could best use your services?
So professional services organizations, consulting firms, companies that really need that data real time to be able to manage their projects and make sure that they see their burn rate on a regular basis and able to manage that project so they're not going over budget, under budget, and actually know what to do the next time they create a proposal so they can win that work and get more business.
Well, there you have it. It's Unanet, the one software for projects, people, and financials. Thank you, Hadi, so much for joining. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed that. You can learn more at startupgrind.com/triangle, and we look forward to seeing you at the next tech conference. welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washoe. We're very excited to bring you to the Cary Art Center for the Startup Grind Tech Triangle Conference. And I'm happy to introduce you to Kurt Merriweather here, who's the Director of Strategy for Walk West. Thank you for joining us.
Keith, thanks very much for having me on.
Awesome. So Kurt's going to share a little bit about his company and why this may be of interest to you. So Kurt, why don't you start off by sharing a little bit about what you do and what's exciting about what you do here in the RTP region?
Sure. So I head up strategy at Walk West. As you mentioned before, we're a digital marketing consultancy, and we help companies grow through a variety of different strategies. We believe that it's really important to map business strategy to marketing execution. And we're passionate about working with startups and helping them grow, as well as middle market companies that are looking to grow as well. And we're looking for companies who are trying to break the rules. Our agency breaks the rules a little bit because it was founded by developers. I happen to be an engineer as well, but also have a marketing background. So we know what it's like to run an organization, and so we also know what it's like to be successful in executing really ambitious plans, as we're doing that for ourselves as an agency right now. So we're excited to be here and to support the Startup Grind event here, and really want to see the startup community in the Triangle do really well.
Thank you, Kurt. It's an honor to have you here. And for those of you watching, if you're an entrepreneur or you're a startup and you need help growing the business, what specifically for someone watching do you think you're best suited to help them with and grow, or whether it's digital marketing or what kind of business strategy? How would you describe your core competency for them?
Our core competency really is problem solving. So we like hard problems, we like challenging problems, and we really want to be able to help companies that want to do something different. So we're always looking for different ways to apply one of our services to a problem, whether that's web development or consultancy, which I happen to run, or video production. We take all those different tools, but ultimately we're trying to solve a problem and help those companies either do more business with more customers or attract talent. Those are really the two big things we're trying to help people with.
Well, there you have it. That's Kurt with Walk West. If they want to learn more about you and your company, where can they go to find out more information?
You can find us on our website at walkwest.com.
There you have it. Thank you for joining us here at Startup Grind TV. We look forward to seeing you at our next tech conference. Kurt, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Keith. Really appreciate it.
Cheers. So check us out at startupgrind.com/triangle. And thank you for your time. Cheers. Welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washoe. We're very excited to bring you here to the Cary Art Center for the Startup Grind Conference. And I'm very happy to introduce you to Derek here, who's with the city of Raleigh, helping entrepreneurs and startups all across the region. Derek, thank you for joining us.
Sure, thank you for having me.
So Derek, why don't you share with the viewers a little bit about what you do and what your organization does for people and companies here?
Sure. So my official title is Innovation and Entrepreneurship Manager. It's under the Office of Economic Development, so we're really focused on job creation and increased tax base for the city. My particular niche focus within that is in the technology sector, and even more specifically startups and growth stage companies. So basically what that means is that I work with companies that are in the tech realm of varying shapes and sizes, try to understand what they're working on, where are they now, where do they want to be, and then how can I essentially help them to get there.
Awesome, Derek. So if you're a startup and you're a couple people company and you're trying to figure out your way and you're even pre-revenue, you need all the help you can get. You're a great guy to help point them in the right way, make the right introductions, give them some resources. Any specific type of companies that you're best at helping get off the ground? Any particular types of companies or people?
Really, just anyone that's focused in the technology sector. They're building products, whether it's software, it could be hardware. Really anyone, honestly, I'll talk to any entrepreneur throughout the region. Really just try to help them out, man. Just want to get them to the next level.
All right, you heard it. He'll help any of you out there. So how can they get in touch with you or learn more about the resources available in your organization?
You can find me on LinkedIn. Very easy to find me there. Twitter, reach out to me via email. I'm fairly accessible, even just.
And is there a specific website where they can learn more about the resources that your organization helps provide?
Yeah, it's Raleigh, the number 4, the letter U.com. So Raleigh4U.com.
We'll put that up there for you. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, Derek. So there you have it. Check it out and learn more about all these things at startupgrind.com/triangle. Thank you for joining us. To see you at our next tech conference. Hi, and welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washer. We're very excited to bring you to the Cary Art Center for the Triangle Tech Conference from Startup Grind, and I'm very happy to have Ken here with Roar Marketing.
Hey, how you doing?
Roar. So Ken's going to share a little bit with you about his company, what he does, and how he could be of help to you in the RTP region. So
Thank you, Keith. So what Roar Marketing does is we help small to mid-sized technology companies grow their revenue repeatably, scalably, and predictably through providing comprehensive marketing strategy services.
Awesome. So if you're in need of some marketing strategy services, give Ken a call. And then you can learn more about Ken at roarmarketingconcepts.com. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And what are specific companies that you work with where you're best suited for? Maybe any examples of clients?
Sure. Small to mid-sized tech companies. Typically, they're 5 to 100 employees, $5 to $50 million in revenue. Typically, the verticals we go after are software development, IT networking, and energy, electric power, and renewables, because that's where we have a technical background. Some of our clients include bandwidth, smart wires, and strategic evaluations. So these are all companies that some of them are well-known, some of them not so well-known, but they all needed help with marketing their company, understanding their customer a little bit better, and also formulating a message and how we're going to communicate it, and how are we going to reach all the appropriate stakeholders.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's Ken with Roar Marketing Concepts. If they want to get more information or reach out to you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
This way, my email address is ken@roarmarketingconcepts.com. Our website's roarmarketingconcepts.com. I'm on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, you name it, I'm on it. You have to be with marketing.
There you go. That's Ken. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching Startup Grind TV. You can learn more at startupgrind.com/triangle. And see you at our next tech conference. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good deal. Great.
Hi, and welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washoe. Very excited to introduce you to Vince here from Sales at Scale. We're at the Cary Art Center for the tech conference for Startup Grind, the Triangle. And we're excited for head to Vince share a little bit about his company and what it can do for you in the RTP region. So Vince, welcome.
Yeah, hey, good meeting you.
So why don't you start off by sharing a little bit about Sales at Scale, who you are, and what you do for people in this RTP area.
Sure, I've been in the tech space for the last 20 years in executive positions in sales and marketing, helping build startups, right? So early days, formulating a strategy and then executing that plan. So about a year ago, I started Sales at Scale, which is doing exactly that, taking early stage or growth companies, pinpointing problems that they're having with their growth, fixing those and escalating the revenue.
Wow, so if you're in that startup mode and you're scratching your head, you're trying to get from A to B and get that growth and you don't have all the expertise, come to Vince here in his company. Any specific examples of clients that you work with in the area or the perfect type of fit for companies who might need your services?
Yeah, I'd say it's companies that have seed funding or folks that have an A round or about to get an A round. So it's at some point a pivot in their company that's growing. It's typically somewhere into A in the seed round. However, I have worked with mature companies that were maybe going after a different vertical or a different industry or a different geography, right?
Perfect. Now, I know, Vince, you do a lot in the area to help companies, not only through Sales at Scale, but I've been to some of your other events. You want to talk about the other organization?
Yeah, so one of the ways I want to give back is on a every other month basis, we host this thing called the Triangle Revenue Exchange, and it's for folks that are owning a number. Could be sales, could be marketing, could be client success. So we get together, we talk about relevant topics. We typically have a main speaker, but then it's very collaborative, right? Iterations of the conversation back and forth to basically share and educate, right?
Thank you for that. So you can find out more information. It's the Triangle Revenue Exchange.
Yes, Triangle Revenue Exchange, yep.
And then for your own web company, it's Sales at Scale. And how do they find out more? What's the website for them?
So it's salesatscale.com.
We'll show it up right there to make it easy for people.
Appreciate that.
All right, well, thank you, Vince, for being part of the
thank you.
show. I really appreciate it. There you have it. Check out Vince and his companies there. We'll give you the URLs. And thank you for watching Startup Grind TV. Hope to see you at the next tech conference this month.
Boom.
Hi, and welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washer. We're very excited to introduce you to Brandon here with Samanage, who's going to talk about his company and some exciting things they're doing here in RTP and all across the world. So welcome, Brandon. Thanks for being part of the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
So share with our viewers a little bit about your company, what you guys do.
Absolutely. We are a completely cloud-based service desk and asset management solution. So we help companies automate different processes and workflows for services that they deliver internally to their customers, as well as manage and track their hardware and software assets across the organization.
So a lot of management across the board, hence the name Samanage. So what are some of the latest and greatest and new things that are going on with your company that makes it exciting?
We are in an explosive growth mode at the moment. We just got an investment and strategic partnership from Salesforce last year and built a version of our application on the Salesforce platform to really go after more of the enterprise level market. We're going after ServiceNow, which is the biggest competitor in our industry. Our core application is still going very, very strong. We have a great revenue stream with that. And yeah, just super growth mode. We've essentially doubled in size in the past year, which is always exciting.
Congratulations, an exciting company to watch. So if you're viewing this right now and you're thinking how Samanage might be a good fit for you, whether it's a company or an entrepreneur or even a person looking for new opportunities, who would you say is the right fit for you right now? Are you looking to hire? Are you looking to work with certain companies?
A little bit of everything, yeah, absolutely. Our application is really geared towards all sorts of different customers. We have customers in education, government, restaurants, retail, you name it. We're all across the board.
Awesome, Brandon. Well, thank you so much for being part of the show. There you have it. It's Brandon with Samanage. Check him out at SAMANAGE.com to learn more. Thank you for watching Startup Grind TV. Happy to have you here and see you at the next tech conference. Fist bump. Thank you. Hi, and welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washoe. We're very excited to bring you to the Cary Arts Center for the Tech Conference, the Startup Grind Triangle Tech Conference. And we're happy to introduce you to Marlena here with TriNet. She's going to share a little bit about her company and what's exciting here in our team. Welcome.
Great, thank you so much. So TriNet, we are a full-service HR benefit provider for startups, so everything from applicant tracking to separation. So we're able to help those startups focus on what they do best, growing their business, go after that next round of funding, not in the back-end HR office. We take that off their plate, so they're able to focus on what they do best.
And what you do best is growing your company, and how do you grow your company? Sometimes you need great people to help grow your company.
Absolutely.
And TriNet is like HR solutions, so to speak. If someone's watching this and they want to work with you, what's the best way, first of all, to get a hold of you and find out more information about you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely visit our website or get in touch with us directly in our Raleigh local office. But we're really looking for any company from a couple employees startup all the way to early stage growth. A couple of the big companies that we've actually worked with started from 2 employees, like WhatsApp, Snapchat, Dollar Shave Club, and those grew to very big companies. So we're really invested in making sure we're helping them hire the right people to grow their business, because hiring the best people produces the best possible products and solutions.
Well said. If you want the best people and you want to get it done without you having to take all the burden, TriNet's for you. You get great HR solutions. You can learn more at TriNet.com.
That's right. That's right.
Wonderful. Thank you, Marlena, for your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Great having you here
Thank
on the show. And thank you for watching. You can learn more at startupgrind.com/triangle. Fist bump.
Awesome. Thanks again.
All right, thank you. Hi, and welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washoe. Very excited to introduce you to Emily here with Pando. She works in sales, and she's going to share a little bit about the excitement around Pando and what's the latest and greatest with the company. So welcome, Emily.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks to have you part of the show. So why don't you share with our viewers a little bit about Pando and what you guys are up to?
Yeah, so Pando, we are based in downtown Raleigh, and we've been around for about 4 years. We work with companies large and small, anybody who's building a software product and wants to better understand how their users are using that platform and drive engagement through in-app messaging, walkthroughs, and tutorials. They're the types of folks that are going to buy Pando. And we are actively hiring, as well as looking forward to work with anybody out there looking for a tool like that.
So as you can see from the banner behind me, Pando creates products customers love. Exactly, maybe share a highlight of how Pando helps people enjoy the products and make sure that they love them.
Yeah, so our founders were in the product space. One of the things that they said was always a trade-off was, how do I get good data without taking engineers away from building out new features and functionality? Pando lets you do that without requiring engineering to be involved, but then actually letting users know through walkthroughs, in-app messages, what are the right things to use in your product, as well as how to use it most efficiently.
There you have it. If you want to learn more about Pando, you can go to your website, which is
Pando.io. If you go pendo.io/jobs, you can also see the positions we're hiring for. We have some available mostly in Raleigh, but also in our New York and San Francisco offices.
They're growing all across the country. It's pando.io. Thank you so much, Emily, for your time.
Thank you.
There you have it. Learn more at startupgrind.com/triangle. And we'll see you at our next tech conference this month. Welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washer. We're very excited to have you talk with David Gardner here from Co-Founders Capital, who was the keynote opening speaker for the conference today at the Cary Arts Center. David, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So, David, you talked about the state of technology in North Carolina. It was a great opening keynote. Why don't you share with the audience maybe a top 2 or 3 key takeaways from your presentation today that you would love people to remember, and some of the points you're trying to make?
Sure. Well, I talked about how technology comes in waves, how we had the internet sharing information with other people, to mobile sharing information anywhere, to the Internet of Things sharing information with anything. But my real emphasis of my talk was around data science and artificial intelligence. Finding relationships between that data, I believe, is where the new, most promising businesses are going to come from. And the most exciting part of being an entrepreneur today is that technology is moving so fast and disrupting so many industries in so many ways. So I was just going to say, think big. Don't marginally change some existing paradigm, but look for something that's going to be an entire new paradigm. I talked about lots of different industries and how data science is really going to change those industries in the future.
Right. What was really special, one takeaway was, and correct me if I'm wrong, was people and the companies that own the data are going to control the industry. Or those who control the data control the industry. Is there anything else you want to add or around that point, or did I capture it pretty well?
That's pretty much right. I emphasize that IT is no longer a part of the business. It is the business. You know, Uber doesn't make cards. I said Airbnb doesn't make hotel rooms. The people who gather and control the industry and in the data and understand that data are the ones who are going to control industry. And those are going to be the most promising apps in the new startups in the future.
Yeah, thank you, David. Yeah. The other thing that you said that was really beautiful today, and I'd love for you to recap for the audience, is you do so much for North Carolina, especially RTP, and helping companies. And we all know that some of the fundraising can be challenging, especially for an early stage startup. What's the key takeaway in your mind about fundraising and helping startups and finding capital here, and where you think there's opportunity or challenges that we need to address?
Well, as I said in my talk, the elephant in the room is just the lack of capital in North Carolina. We consistently rank, at least in the RTP triangle area, as the #1 or #2 best place to start a technology company outside of Silicon Valley. But we typically rank 37th or worse in available funding. So there's this huge dichotomy between available funding for early stage companies and the actual smart, coachable, tenacious entrepreneurs that live here and the great ideas that they're having. So I was just saying, be great, we spend a lot of money to encourage companies to move back into North Carolina so we can get their tax base. Why don't we take a little bit of that and just encourage some of these early stage companies to stay here to start with and look at that as a means of economic development.
I love it, David. And when I heard you say that today, I thought, we got to get this guy to run for mayor, run for governor, run for president. Anyways, maybe one day. I know.
One day, maybe.
So David, how can they learn more about you and your companies, sir? What are the best ways to look at it?
I started 7 companies here in North Carolina and exited them, and then my wife told me I can't ever start another company. So what I do is I volunteer my time coaching entrepreneurs. I run a free startup clinic here with the town of Cary. It's free for entrepreneurs to come in, work on their businesses, use the resources that we have. I also have a small venture capital fund called Co-Founders Capital, and we invest in some of those B2B IT software ideas.
And that's cofounderscapital.com?
It is.
All right, wonderful. Well, there you have it. David was phenomenal, and I hope you go check us out at the next tech conference, which we'll love to have David come back. Thank you for watching. To learn more about this interview and others, go to startupgrind.com/triangle. David, in the honor we
Thank you, sir. All right.
Welcome to Startup Grind TV. I'm your host, Keith Washoe. Very excited to introduce you to Mark Bavisato, the head of Startup Grind Triangle. We just finished the first annual Startup Grind Triangle Tech Conference here at the Cary Arts Center. And Mark, welcome to the show. We're excited to have Mark share with you, the audience, a little bit about how did it go today? What are the takeaways? What did you think of the first tech conference?
It was amazing, honestly. We had a lot of amazing speakers that talked on various topics, from artificial intelligence to SaaS-based companies, corporate culture. We just had a whole great lineup. David Gardner did a keynote that was amazing to talk about what's going on with technology in the North Carolina area. And then at the end, we had a panel of all the different speakers to really talk about a lot of different things that are going on for the future of entrepreneurship. And so it was really, again, super grateful for all the people that came out and participated in our first annual conference.
That's right. We had hundreds of people today from all different types of companies at the Startup Grind Tech Conference here at the Cary Arts Center. And one of the beautiful things was the many sponsors who participated participated. There were tables out, there were giveaways, great food. Mark, why don't you acknowledge some of the sponsors and what you thought of them today?
Sure. You know, without the sponsors, we couldn't have done this and keep the ticket prices where we got them. I have to thank companies like Pando that really sponsored our VIP happy hour, Uninet, Samanage, Successive Technologies. A lot of these different companies, they really came out and did. And first of all, Rise Biscuits and Donuts, that really supplied the breakfast, La Farm Bakery that supplied coffee and snacks throughout the day, Big Al's Barbecue that did a lot of the lunches, and it was really great. Huge thank you to Entrepreneurs Organization who partnered with us to, again, put on this VIP happy hour, and TriNet, and a lot of these other ones that just came out and did an amazing job.
Yeah, it was great seeing all the booths from the various companies. Mark, for the viewers watching, they're expecting what's next. What do you think about the future here? Is there going to be another conference? And if so, what do you have in mind for everyone to come up in the future here?
Yeah, I mean, we really treated this one as kind of our MVP type of conference to see how things go. We'll study the data after this, but from the looks of it, we got a lot of positive feedback and people really seem to enjoy it. So we'll probably do this on a yearly basis. But other than that, we'll still have our smaller monthly meetups that come up that really talk about various topics in the startup world. So we're super excited about that. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll be announcing something hopefully about the next conference in the next month or so.
Thank you, Mark, for being part of the show. Great job today. Nice throwing out the conference. There you have it. To learn more, check out startupgrind.com/triangle.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.